Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Dimmitt Chevrolet in Clearwater, Florida, because guess what? We have the largest SUV Chevy makes. This is a 2021, totally redesigned, totally brand new Suburban Z71. But before we dive into this supersized off-road vehicle from Chevrolet, let's talk about what's going on. 2021 is being a banner model year for Chevrolet. They've gone ahead and redesigned the Tahoe, and they've also redesigned their largest vehicle known as the Suburban. Now what's great is that Z71 used to just be a package, an off-road package. For the first time, it's an actual trim. So that's gonna bring a lot of differences, not only to what's underneath all that metal, but also styling. And guess what? The restyle of the interior is what you've been dreaming about ever since you were about 11 years old. They really brought it in a big way. So let's go ahead, let's find out, is this 2021 Suburban Z71 the ultimate full-size family hauling off-road SUV? Right off the bat, the styling. I love the way they took the Silverado and the Tahoe and they're mixing it all together to give a very distinct, unified styling. So at the front of the business, you're gonna get full LED headlights, LED daytime running lamps. Love the way they took that futuristic look with the bodywork, brought it into the housing of each of these to lock everything nicely in. You have this very, very dark chrome finish. It goes all the way to the corner, locks into the headlight housing. We drop down, one of my zonks right off the bat is gonna be a fake air curtain. Why would they do that? Silverado has a functional air curtain. Tahoe has a functional air curtain. This one, it looks good, but it's not functional. I do like the way though that the design goes all the way into this lower section. And as we come across the grille, this is unique to the Z71. So you're gonna get a very tasteful badge. The dark chrome finish looks exquisite. We drop down, you're gonna get gloss black, all fully functioning. Of course, you're gonna have a forward-facing camera as you're doing some rock crawling and off-roading. One way to tell if this is a Z71, besides the distinctive look and the badge, is you're gonna have these bright red tow hooks. You could pull those lesser, smaller baby SUVs out of the mud, out of the sand, out of the snow. Now, this lower section is painted plastic silver, but the great news is, look at how they designed it. This actually gives you 7 inches more of when you're about to climb over a rock, you're gonna have that much more room out of the way. And if you're saying, well, Joe, it's plastic, guess what? Z71, you got this metal skid plates both at the front and the rear of this vehicle to protect those inner bits. Going up onto the hood, just like on the Tahoe, I like the crease that they have. They fold it down, give it a nice rise. You have that raised center area, and these lines go nicely right into the A-pillars. So you really see the family resemblance super clean. Now when we come around the bend, what are we working with? Wheel and tire setup. These are Z71 specific wheels. So this is gonna be a 20-inch wheel, gunmetal metallic with the machined aluminum. I love the design, the amount of space that you have. Of course, they reworked the suspension for that off-road duty. And I love the way no flat black plastic. Look at that blue. That's actually a very, very deep metallic blue, sparkles like the blue diamond. It's crazy. Z71 badging, looking good. I don't mind the placement. Color matched on the mirror caps. You're gonna have cameras every single angle. This is a mobile surveillance vehicle. You could use it at that, I promise. You have your Z71 running boards. They are kind of low, so I don't know how that's gonna compromise your off-roading capability. Color matched door handles, blacked out on your Suburban badge, which is nice. You have your very low gloss black roof rails. And the way that they did the trim, I actually like the way that they have everything gloss black instead of a bunch of shiny chrome or like polished aluminum or something like that. That really gives it a nice distinctive look. That's Z71 for sure. Keep working your way back. Massive rear quarter window. This is actually a piece of glass off of an office building that they've put and implemented very nicely, super clean on the styling. And then when we get to the rear, remember underneath this rear bumper area is going to be that all new multi-link rear suspension. You have a low roof spoiler with your third brake light with the cleared out lens. You have your windshield wiper that's just going to swing down. Very nice touch, cleans everything up. There's some of that dark chrome finish that they brought to the back with your blacked out Chevrolet bow tie, the Suburban name. We drop down, and then you're gonna have a very simple, very clean rear lower bumper area. I guess my only zonk is it would be nice to have that beautiful staggered quad tip exhaust and a Z71 badge, but other than that, they've really done a bang up job, even with the way they did the taillights, all LED. Let's go ahead though, let's pop the hood and see what's powering this Suburban. All right guys, we got the massive hood open. Underneath the hood of our Suburban Z71 is gonna be that 5.3 liter naturally aspirated V8, 355 horsepower, 383 pound-feet of torque. It's all mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission. Curb weight is a little over 6,000 pounds. 0 to 60 in about 7.5 seconds. Fuel economy, you're looking about 15 in the city, 18 on the highway. And then remember, you could tow over 7,000 pounds with this Suburban. Nice to see it made it to that 10-speed automatic transmission. Of course, you got that 4x4 capability, you got special gearing, and you have this full-size 8-passenger 3-row SUV. But why don't we go ahead, let's get to the interior and see what big things are in store for 2021. All right guys, we're inside the 2021 Chevrolet Suburban Z71. I know you're at that point, you're like, Joe, I have been waiting for a redesigned Suburban ever since I was a little boy. And boy, oh boy, the Z71 is really checking off all the boxes. It's making me feel all tingly inside. How much is it? The way that this one is optioned is an MSRP of $68,000. Let's see what you get for the money. To the door panel. So you'll see how they brought up the level of quality in these interiors. Up top, you have that beautiful contrast stitching. It's like a dark brown and light gray color combination. Wood grain trim, soft armrest, plenty of pockets there. Up top, you have your Twinkie pocket. You could easily put 6 Twinkies. Down below, Jimmy John's, foot-long sub, a couple of them, and a bottle of Dr. Pepper to wash it all down. This has the optional Bose sound system, and the speaker cover, everything looking really great, especially the silver trim. Now, when you get to the dash, soft touch material, love the wood. The silver is very nice. It comes cleanly all the way across. You have an updated 10.2-inch infotainment system screen. Yes, it's iPad style, but the good news is it really doesn't go much higher than, it's less than half. So you're not gonna have a block that's blocking your vision, no pun intended. But with the screen, you get Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, navigation, real easy to use, real easy to swipe through. Let's look out that forward-facing camera. We do have trajectory, which looks great. There's our 360. You could do trailer hitch. You want to look at the wheels? Look at that. Bling, bling. There's my wheels. Special for the Z71. I'll hit home down here. Takes us right back to where we started. We could go in our climate control. Dual climate, easy to use. Go back to home. Look at how they brought the nice soft touch material. I'll throw the vehicle into reverse. Same story. Trajectory, looking good. Back into park. Back into home, and we're right back to where we started. Look at that swipe feature's nice. You drop down, you have your AC vents, and then what's funny is because of the way the push-pull transmission setup is, you have this nice little cubby here. So you could hide some Slim Jims in there, you could hide some Twizzlers, or let's say you have a couple gold chains on you, it's felt line. You could put them in there and not scratch your chains up. So, and you got like a little hiding place. Here's our push-pull transmission. Pull for drive, pull for reverse, push, push. There you go. Stitch work is great. You got your radio controls. I like the nice aluminum touches that they put. Dual climate, heated seats but no ventilated seats. That's a zonk. At over $60,000, that is a zonk, but you do have a USB-C, USB, and a 12-volt. And you got wireless charging here. The only thing you don't have is a nice lid to just kind of clean up the whole look. 2 cup holders, love the soft material. Like the way they have a Snickers holder on the side so you're not getting hangry. You got a place to put your phone. It's gonna stick and grip as you're going off-road. Open this up, look at this, party tray. You could put, I don't know, let's go a little healthy. How about that? You could put like a trail mix in the center, maybe have some fruit chews in each of these pockets. And then you have literally the size area space for almost 2 footballs. If you get like NFL regular football, you could drop that in there and get a smaller Nerf football, and you know, you could play around with your balls when you get some time. So that's always a good thing. USB-C, USB, That locks in nicely. Close it up. Seats. That light gray color. The stitch work is nice. All the way down, soft material. You're going to have your controls to adjust the seats for the passenger, for the driver. Tons of headroom. And here's the wonderful thing. In our Z71 Suburban, we have that massive panoramic sunroof. So that's a nice touch. I'm going to close it back up because it's already hot as can be. I don't need it hotter. I'm 6 feet tall, plenty of headroom, feeling good. Come on over to the business end. I want to show you behind the wheel of the Suburban Z71. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. You do have 2 memory seat settings, which is really nice. You have those running boards that you're going to be able to use to get in. You got the Chevrolet sill plate, very tasteful. Seat controls, lower lumbar, steering wheel. So nicely wrapped leather, your thumb controls, a little bit of silver. Horn button could be a little sexier, but you do have a blacked out Chevy badge here. And then the dash, I wish that it was a little more digital. So everything is analog except for that small digital display down there, but you do have all the instrumentation that you would come to expect from your Z71 Silverado. But the nice size tag, nice size speedometer, and then you could scroll through different information in that lower area screen. It's just a little on the small side. Of course, you have your 4x4, this being Z71, you have your 4x4 controls, easy to get to, 4 high, 4 low, 2 high. Looks like somebody was eating a Twinkie and got some Twinkie cream stuck on there, so hopefully somebody will clean that off. But let's go ahead, let's get to that mid-row and see how much space you have on the interior of the new Suburban. All right, guys, we're in the mid-row of the Suburban. This is really where it earns its keep. You got plenty of room here. You got the leather all the way around, nice sized pockets. If you're crawling over some rocks, your kids could collect some rocks and keep the rocks in here. Take them home, you can have a pet rock. Let's bring that back. 1970s, the pet rock, the creator of that made over $1 million in 1970s money. So something to think about. 2 cup holders. My zonk is I don't like the manufacturing line in the plastic here. You do have your rear AC controls that are easy to use and understand. Heated seats, USB-C, and a home power source. So that's the good news. And then guess what? You're gonna have the ability to slide. Oh yeah. And recline. Panoramic sunroof. You got your AC vent nicely placed on the side here. But why don't we go ahead, let's get into that 3rd row and see how much space you have in the new 2021 Suburban. All right, guys, time to get into that rear area. You go ahead, you feel for the switch. Look at that, 1, 2, buckle your shoe, 3, 4. We're gonna climb inside this door, opening that is. You do have plenty of real estate for your feet. You got the running board there. We're gonna get a running start. Ready? Time me, Victor. 1, 2, 3. There we go. We're in the back. If you notice, because of everything underneath, those inner bits with the independent rear suspension, I got plenty of leg room. The seat is still back, and I got tons of space in here. You have that wonderful leather. They even put your cup holders, a nice little Skittle container back here. USB-Cs on both sides. I got rear AC, which is a plus. But I'm telling you, 6 foot tall Joe Rady feels pretty good back here. Let's go ahead and check out the cargo area and see how much room you have in a Suburban. All right, guys, time to get into the cargo area. All new Suburban. You hit the button, electric assist, opens up nicely, and then guess what? Look at how much interior space we have. So you're looking at, with the 3rd row up, 41.1 cubic feet of space. Fold down the 3rd row, that now brings you to 92.9 cubic feet of space. Fold down the middle row, you're looking at almost 145 cubic feet of space. I like the way there's a nice little storage area under there. Imagine filling that up with chocolate chip cookies and a big glass of milk. That sounds good to me right about now because it's hot as heck out here. You have on the side, perfect for your next cookie dipping contest, you have your home power source, and then these are going to be the controls to lower the seat. So let's go ahead and get the show on the road here. Look at that, nice. Perfect. So that's almost 100 cubic feet of space. Get ready for almost 145. Bam. Wow, there you go. Think about it. Think about the endless possibilities for this Suburban. But let's get to probably the most important, the actual driving. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's take the Z71 Suburban for a spin. All right, guys, we're inside the 2021 Chevrolet Suburban. Large and in charge, supersized, whatever you want to call it. This Suburban is all of it. Plus you're getting that great off-road capability, which is gonna be awesome as well. Now, driving out onto the highway here, super smooth. On throttle, 10-speed drops down and we are off and running. Really smooth power delivery. And you know what? I was concerned. I'll be honest, I was concerned. I thought that the 5.3 liter would be not enough power for this supersized SUV. Actually felt really good. I mean, you're not gonna break any land speed records, but there definitely was plenty of power to merge and to get out of people's way or get out of your own way, which is always a plus. Now, the dash, nice and flat. Getting to the infotainment system is a snap. AC controls are easy to understand. You got the wireless charging, the Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and you got that off-road capability. I mean, that's what also makes it phenomenal as well. But back on throttle. Really nice. Smooth shifts from the 10-speed, nice weight in the steering. I don't feel all bouncy and floaty with the off-road suspension. All right, guys, driving down the road here, super smooth. What's wonderful too is that even though this is such a large vehicle, it's actually quite easy to navigate, which is wonderful. I think the push-pull transmission, you're gonna get used to it, and you're not gonna miss the column shifter. It really cleans up all the area here, and it's really simple to activate the infotainment system to get into it. Very easy to do. Go front, you could go rear, 1, 2, 3, very fast reacting. I think the thing that really makes the interior dated is the gauge cluster. Even though it's nice to have all the gauges and they're super clean and super easy to read and understand, it's just that without the larger digital display, it has that old feeling to it. And sometimes old school feels good, but in this case, it doesn't feel right. Especially with the way the interior looks great. Overall, the exterior is phenomenal. So just something that you can option. You can go a little bit larger digital display, but this one doesn't have it. But super smooth here. All right, guys, we're gonna take the Suburban out onto the highway, see how it drives, see how it rides with those 20-inch wheels and off-road tires. But I really feel like the seats, they did a great job with them being supportive and comfortable. I wish that they did have ventilated seating, especially at this price point. But getting onto the highway, on throttle, merging is really simple. And like I said, you don't really feel the size of the Suburban as you're driving it. Looking out the back glass, it's super large. You got nice sized mirrors and just super smooth. The 10-speed shifts nicely. I really think that a lot of the things that maybe were keeping you back and holding you back from buying a Suburban, I think that Chevrolet has corrected a lot of that. I'm so glad the Z71 package is actually a trim now rather than a package. And it just helps it be more of a distinctive standout from the large SUV crowd. But we are going to get back to Dimmitt Chevrolet and wrap this one up. So I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, another great day here at Dimmitt Chevrolet. That rhymes, by the way, and I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. But boy, oh boy, we definitely got to thank Raheel and the rest of the crew getting us access to this all-new Suburban Z71. It really showcases that if you need big, they got you covered. You don't have to go buy a school bus. You could go buy this Suburban, have the off-road capability, nice looking package, and the interior, they definitely raised the bar finally. But if it's large SUVs that you keep wanting to see on Rady's Rides, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Rady's Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the link in the description. Get yourself a Rady's Rides merch. You got to give it to Crown Vic. He actually fell asleep in the back of the Suburban. I had to wake him up, but we got him up. He's filming. He's alive. He's well. Thank you, Victor, for your hard work. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.